what you all saw last week. You do your homework, brother man? You tried? All right, there we go. What is a function? A function is a special kind of relation where every input x has an output of value y, right? So your input is your x value. Just stick that in your head. Your inputs are your x values. Your outputs are your y values. Remember we said that over and over again last week, right? You'll remember that, those who were here, right? A function, a rule that connects the inputs to exactly one, well, it's supposed to connect an input with exactly one on output, right? So domain, things to remember. Your domain would be your x values, all possible x values. Your range, Samaya, would be all possible y values, right? So these are just the initial notes. If you don't have it, go back in the YouTube video, right, and copy down the notes. Or you have it via your, the worksheet is in the group also, right? For those who are new, which will be Diana, Josiah, Amaris, and Megan, right? Go back to the notes and copy down. Samaya, you was here last week? I try to remember.
No, sir. Guys, when I was sick.
You check out the video, sister? Where Regan?
She went to the doctor.
Oh, she real bad?
Yeah.
All right, I'll message her. Right. We often write functions like f of x is equal to 2x plus 3. Last week, worker. This is last week business, right? This means the function is called f points to note. A function can be f, it could be h, it could be what else we do with the popular letters they use is f, h, and g, right? These are your functions. We have a simple example here. F of x is equal to 2x plus 3. They ask us to find f of 4. You simply replace x with 4, right? Diana, you good there? Because you are one of the only people who are here. All my face-to-face people are supposed to know this. Brother, you're drifting. Lock in. Tyler, lock in, right? So we going down. These are the basic things here, right? I will show you all if we bounce up a composite function. I'll show you all if we bounce up an inverse function. I will show you all, right? So let me see what the asking us for down here. Now, guys, as I have everybody here, consistency is everything, eh? Try not to miss a class, right? Right. So last week, we encountered functions that were written like this. What did I tell you all this simply means? What it simply means, what? We can write out this. Well, it actually means f such that x maps onto 1 plus 3x over x plus 1. They told us x can never be 1, right? Meaning that if I put x as 1, your denominator here would work out to 0, which gives you an undefined answer. So x could never be 1 for this function. Are we clear? Huh? Right. So f such that x maps onto 1 plus 3x over x minus 3. Not x minus 3, x minus 1. What did I tell you all last week? This could simply be written as f of x excellent is equal to 1 plus 3x over x plus 1, not plus, minus 1. Right? Simple stuff, right? CSEC would throw this type of notation at you to confuse you, but it means the same thing as f of x is equal to that, right? If I ask you to find out f of anything, I replace whatever they ask us to find, f of negative 2 in this case, I replace x with negative 2, proper thing, right? Let me go. I tell you that, Alex, my job is to light the fire, in here, I just had to light it. So let me go. I want to find f of 2. Simple stuff, f of negative 2, right? Diana, Josiah, who else I say by Josiah, Amaris, and Megan. Everybody good here? The newcomers. Come on, current students supposed to be good here. The newcomers. You're good there. It's like substitution. Right, Megan? Megan, here means like substitution. So let me go. So it will be 1 plus, you'll call it out. 1 plus 3 by what?
Multiply by x.
No, sister. X is negative 2.
Oh.
Right. We want to find f of negative 2. So I replace x with negative 2.
Y. Wait, you know, replacing X with Y?
No, we want to find f of negative 2. That's to find the inverse. Right, Amelia?
Oh,
Right. Right. So instead of writing x minus 1 underneath here, what do I put? Negative 2 minus 1. You tell your mother you understand this one better? Right. Because I remember when you came down from 5 class, it was lost. Right. So there we go. We're working on the top first, followed by working on the bottom. You hear me, Mr. Ryan? Yes. We'll work on the top, punch it in on the calculator for man tomorrow again. Look at it. Who work it out at home already? What again for your numerator? Congratulations, by the way, Emery.
Negative 5.
Results. And where get them 8 p.m.?
Negative 5 for the numerator.
yeah, I get
Negative
-5.
5 divided by negative 2 minus 1.
3. -3.
Negative 3.
Right? Samaya, you need to work all these things, you know. You have a calculator, Samaya, you're looking tired.
I have a calculator.
Work it out for me now. So, we can leave it as a fraction. A negative divided by a negative is a? So I
Positive.
can just write it as 5 over 3. Leave it as an improper fraction, right? Everybody good there? Improper fraction. Raise your hand if you got this. People who did my homework. Raise your hand if you got this. 1. You didn't get it? What you do wrong? I feel, hey, listen to me. I know you do this with my already, Miss Lady. Right? That is how it will not stick in your head, eh? No. Don't take on the next book. Leave that book in the bag. I'm glad it's in that book. Write it over. Right? Those who have been with me for a while, this would be the second time you're doing functions. Because you did it when you were in Form 2. Right? So I don't want you all to go back in your book from Form 2 and come and say, but I do this already. I don't need to do that again. That's the whole problem right there. Nothing and sticking in your head. Repetition is excellent in maths because maths is practice. You all know that. Your primary school teachers probably telling you that from inception. Right? Everybody good here? The newcomers, Diana, Amaris, Josiah, Megan. Raise your hand if you understand here, or if you need further explanation, let me know. Josiah, good. Amaris, good. Megan, good. Diana, you there? Diana?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you understand this?
Yes, sir.
Abolin Diana is Diane. Is it Diane? I ain't here now, student.
This is college, not Charles. The mother name is Diane Rampasad.
Oh, you see, hey, I need to get them names changed.
All right. You're trying to change it there.
So this is Hollister. And I told
Hollister
Hollister
Charles.
and they didn't say nothing.
Okay.
All right. Is this camera working? Hollister.
Not as yet. I'll try to get it working for the next session.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, well.
Hey, Oliver, I saw a few heated. Well, if you heated too, place was cool and all coming. Right, let's turn it up. Right, let go. Determine a simplified expression for fg of x. This is what we call a composite function, right? Composite function. Right? So Rashana, since you know what to do, what are we doing for the composite function? No, I don't want to pull it out. I don't want to pull out the bucket. You know what to do. You do homework. Right? What are we doing here for fg of x? What we need to place? Which function going into which? You understand what I mean when I say do to for, eh? Right?
Yeah,
For my composite function fg of x, guys, which function I want to put into which? Is it the first into the second or the second into the first?
second.
Second half video that we follow come. Some of all here. I run it when it was when class, right before class, right? We put in the second into the first, right? So you have two functions. You have f of x and g of x. I'm going to write them down underneath here, right? F of x, somebody just remind me what f of x is equal to. What was f of x? Anybody? 1 plus over x minus 1. And give me what g of x is. What g of x was? Anybody wrote it down? All right, I got to scroll up. Right, g of x is g such that x maps onto 5 minus x, which simply means that g of x is equal to 5 minus x. Everybody good there? G of x is equal to 5 minus x. Empress, you have a question? Empress, your hand is up.
No, sir.
All right. So, especially my newcomers, I have two functions, f of x, g of x. I want to put the second function into the first. Marie, remember what I mean when I say I want to put the second into the first? What that means, Marie? Remember? Oh, Leon, let me tell you something. If we do not, the only guarantee I can give us, all my students in this class, if you do not practice these work, well, this work that I'm giving you all for homework, you will not remember it. That's the only guarantee I can give you. Maths is practice. If you just come here and feel all right, I understand that. Last week when you all came, you probably said, I understand that. I go probably do that the night before. And then someone probably sit down last night to do it. And then realize I remember one thing. Right? The best timing for you all to practice this is probably like when you all leave here today, give yourself a little 2-3 hours, take a break, and then do it tonight. Practice it tonight because it's fresh in your head. Daryl, what are we doing here? What are we putting here? Let me see you remember. I have 11 people face-to-face right now, and I have... No, that's the what you saying there is what Amelia was saying just now. That's the inverse, right? What are we doing here? Excellent. You see there's 5 minus x, which is g of x. Every single x in f, I'm replacing it with 5 minus x, right? So what I'm going to write here? F g of x is what I want to find, right? So I'm going to replace g of x with what g of x is. G of x is 5 minus x, right, Roshana? 5 minus x. So wherever I see x in f of x, I'm replacing it with 5 minus x. Right, Mr. Rahim? So what should I go and look, right? I put an equal sign here. So you see all right, so this yellow replacing this, and this yellow highlight replacing this, right? So Max and newcomer, Megan, what would I write here now? It'll be 1 plus what? Another here, new Megan.
1 plus 5 take away x.
Right, so you see that 3 there? You see the 3?
Yes,
right,
sir.
you need to put that 3. And then you put open brackets, 5 take away x. Daryl, this way you add? You had this, Jonathan? Priya? Online, raise your hand if you had this here. For my composite function. Let me see how much people had this. And underneath here, instead of x, I'm putting 5 minus x. You could put it in brackets and then put minus 1. Right, so a good number of people have it. Jenny, you coming here face-to-face tomorrow?
I think so.
All right. Right. This is step 1. Rashana, you know what's going on here? Alex, you're catching it? Right. So there we go. First thing we need to do is get rid of the... Yes?
May I be excused?
No problem. First thing I need to do is get rid of the brackets. So wake up.
Brackets.
Shake up. Wake up. 3 multiplied by...
15.
And 3 multiplied by...
It's 3x.
Right?
Negative 3x.
Excellent. So we have 1 plus 15 minus 3x, right? All over. We're not working it out yet, right? All over. Now I could just, there's no number in front of the bracket here, so I could just drop the brackets, right? So I'm going to just put 5 minus x minus 1. So what can we work out here, guys?
1 plus 15 for the numerator and 5
Excellent.
subtract 1 for the denominator.
Excellent, Eden. So you get 16 minus 3x over 5 minus 1 will give you 4, and then you put back the minus x.
Yeah.
Right? Who actually got this for homework? Who did the homework and asked? Very good, Hill. Very good, very good, very good. Look up, yeah.
Oh yeah, so physical. 5 equal 1, okay, that's when you get the 4. 15
What's that,
plus
Nathan? Say that again. Nathan,
Yes, sir.
you said something?
No, sir.
All right. Anybody said? I think somebody whispered something. Hollister, you understand this?
Yeah.
Hollister, I don't hear you good, but your internet cracking up a little
Yes,
bit.
sir.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Amelia. If the how does pronounce her surname? Amelia. Not Amelia who was here the time. The next one. How is pronounced her surname?
Larox.
Larox.
Laroc.
Laroc. Right? So I calling you Laroc. And I'll call Amelia Amelia. So when I say Amelia, I talk about Amelia. When I say Laroc, I talk about the next Amelia. Right? Everybody good here? Everybody good here? So if I give all our next question on this, all you can handle it? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Derive, we're going to do this one and then I'm going to give you all to try number 16. Okay? Derive an expression in terms of x for the inverse function f negative 1 of s. So everybody who balling, replace f of x with y whole morning, or you could do that now. Right? We want to find the inverse. So we have 3 steps when we are finding our inverse. We're going to first write down what f of x is. So f of x is equal to 1 plus what? Over x minus, right? So we want to find the inverse, right? We want to find the inverse, right, Daryl? What's the first thing we're doing for the inverse here, Daryl? Because you say it since long time.
You place the x with y.
Wait. How you can concentrate on that noise, Amelia?
I can do it just fine. I am used to it.
All right. But muted. Right. So let me go. We place f of x with y. No, wait. I studied Amelia and I even watch what I do. Replace f of x with
Y.
x. Right?
X.
And then you're going to replace your x with y. And it's 2 x's. So we have to replace the 2 x's with y. Everybody good here?
Yes, sir.
That's step 1. Raise your hand if you had this is step 1. Right? I'm going to write it in right here. Right over on my little notes, please. This is how things stick, right? Replace f of x with y and not and. I'll put on the next side. So that's what you're doing on this side, right? Replace f of x with not y. Why I keep putting y? Replace f of x with x. Right? That's what went on here. And then on this side, you want to replace x with y. Well, I'll put all x's because it's more than one x, right? All x's with y. Okay? Write these down, please. My two red writing. Guys, please, I want to beg you all, anytime you miss a class, make sure I'm soaking that video and organize to try to do the questions over what I did in that class. Just do as much work as possible based on the video that I send, because when you come into this class now, you'll be lost. Right? So there we go. That was step 1. Step 2, I want to make back y the subject, right? So what's the first thing I had to move here? I cannot make y the subject of any formula when it is in what position? I kept saying that last week.
Denominator.
Very good. Denominator. Right? So you see this y minus 1, you need to move this whole thing. When you move it to the side, if it's being divided on the right, what do you do with it when we move it to the left? Multiply. Excellent. So this will be x multiplied by y minus 1 is equal to what remains on the right-hand side. Mute your mic, Amelia, yeah. What remains on the right-hand side? 1 plus?
1 plus 2y.
Right. Everybody good here? Right? So we're going to now multiply. We need to get rid of the brackets, right? So x multiplied by y is what? And x multiplied by 1 would be 1x or just x?
1x, negative 1x.
Yeah, or just negative x, right? Right. So you want to make y the subject, right? I'm going to write it here. Make y the subject of formula. Right? That's here. Now you all realize we have 2 y's here? Rashana, you see we have 2 y's? What we have to do here, Rashana? What we have to move now? Okay, so you move this xy here, and once you move, you move this one here. So that's one way you could do it, eh? That's one way you could do it. I would have just, listen, I would have just moved the 3y to the right. Okay? I would have moved the 3y here to put all the y's together, and then I would have moved the minus x here. Okay? Just to make it look a little simpler. So it would be xy minus 3y, because if I add 3 on the right, what do I do with it on the left?
Take away.
Take away. So this will be minus 3y is equal to 1 did not go anywhere. So I'm going to put back the 1. Right? Right, Amani? And when x comes to the right, Amani, what do I do with it? Amani?
So you can repeat question on my ear properly.
You know what I mean, Amani? When I move x to the right, what do I do with it?
Move actually right. Sam, I'm not sure.
The marks are newcomer. Ferguson, Amaris.
For the x, I would divide by x to get rid of it.
No, what's something? You see how it's minus x here?
Yeah.
The opposite of minus is what?
Add.
Right, so you just have to add x here. Everybody did that face to face? Everybody did this, or they didn't even reach here? Right? So we need to now factorize all the y first of all. Right? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to factorize the y. Right? So this is how it's going to look. We're going to factorize y, which means you want to pull out y. So you'll have y open brackets x minus 3 is equal to 1 minus x. It came like we take out the y into xy leaves me with x, y into 3y leaves me with, well, minus 3y leaves me with minus 3. I put that in brackets. Daryl, you didn't reach here. Right? You understand what's going on here? Huh? What we doing here now, if you want to make y the subject, what we had to move? What we moving here now? Huh? We want y to remain by itself on the left-hand side. So what we need to move? Go ahead. Right, we're moving x minus 3 here. Now x minus 3 is being multiplied here. So what do we do to it when we move it to the right-hand side? Divide. Y is equal to 1 minus x divided by x minus 3. You can't leave it in brackets, or you can drop the brackets because it's just x minus 3 under there. So you can't leave the brackets. Is everybody clear? This is not easy, eh? This is some tough stuff. And then the last step here now is to replace y with f negative 1 of x, which is the inverse that we are trying to find. So, right, so number 16, three functions f, g, and h are defined as, we have the three functions here, right? Okay, f of x is equal to 2x minus 1, g of x is equal to 3x plus 2. H of x is equal to 5 to the x power. Now, if I want to find f of a half, you simply replace x with a half. So it will be 2 by a half minus 1. When you work that out, you will get 0. The next part of the question, you want to find h of 0. H of x is 5 to the x power, right? So all you do, somebody have mic on, Danny a mic on. So all you do is you replace x with, we replace x with 0, right? Any number to the 0 power would give me 1. So 5 to the 0 power is 1. If you're going to calculator, you can press 5. Some calculators have y to the x power and put 0. You'll get the 1. Some calculators have x to the y power. Some calculators just have the hack, right? The next thing they want us to find is the composite function, which is g of negative 3, right? So what I proceeded to do is I proceeded to find g of negative 3 first, right? All I did is I put negative 3 in place of x in g, and I worked it out to be negative 7. Now, if the question is asking me to find g of negative 3, I found g of negative 3 to be negative 7. So I want to put negative 7 in place of x now, right? Same function g we are using. You put it in, you work it out, you will get negative 19. So therefore, g, the initial thing they asked us to find was g squared of negative 3, right? Which is g of negative 3, right? Worked it out, we got negative 19. Is everybody clear here? Right, let me roll. Let me assist them sound convincing. Talk to me. Huh? Yeah, you go ahead. Right, composite function, right? Yeah, you go ahead. Yeah. Right, so if I want to find the composite function g f of x, which function am I putting into which? This is the composite function here, right? Which function is going into which function here? Come on, we're doing enough for this, man. F into g. The second into the... Oh, it's the same thing.
The first, the second into the first.
Thank you. It's the same thing we're doing over and over, and my children. Second into the first. So let's write down what g of x is now. So anybody wrote it down? G of x was equal to what? 3x. I know it's 3x plus 2. Yes. And f of x. What is f of x? 2x. Right. Hey guys, I want to say, right? I see that changing some people's attitude towards the maths, but I want all to understand. You actually had to get aggressive towards this maths, right? I fed up tell you is no longer a situation where you're telling yourself, boy, I go try it, and if I catch it, you have to catch it, right? You have to catch it, Daryl. You gotta get aggressive. Sometimes your posture, I can read it from your posture, you know. Sit up, bro. Sit up, bro. We a man internet job day, boy. We are sorry, boy. Hey mom, I am actually taping the class, so I will send it to the group after, right? I plenty missing, boy. 2 hours. Right. Come on, let's sold up. Daryl, sold up. Let me sit up, let me get serious, right? So we want to put all this self say we want to put f of x into g, right? I'm gonna write it out. So g f of x would mean I am putting what is f of x, my children? 2x. Right. So I want to put 2x in place of what? In place of x in, I'm going to say it again. I want to put 2x minus 1 in place of x in which function? So watch what she highlight here. Watch it here, right? You see this whole thing here? It's taking the place of this x. You see that? Right? Amani, you following here, right? Tell me what the next line will be, Amani. So that means you ain't following, brother.
So when
Yes,
when you was going to finish your question, I was going to ask you to do it over for me because I don't really understand this one.
Amani, I'm not hearing you.
So I don't really understand this one specifically.
You're putting the second function into the first. Amani, you see all. So listen, Amani, if you listen to me, there's no way you cannot follow. What I just said, the words that came out of my mouth was, we want to find g f of x. All the online children here, all the face-to-face children said, we put in the second function into the first. If you know order, you know g of x is first, f of x is second. Right, Amani? What f of x is equal to, Amani?
G of x.
Gotta come closer in here.
So you can repeat the question.
You ain't hearing me, Amani. When you go far, you're not hearing me. I try my best with the online students and I really trying. And it's not this class I don't have any problem with. It's most online classes. If a child is passive, if a child really don't want it, if a child lay back, you're not going to catch it online. That's the bare facts. Unless in front of my face, you're not going to catch it. Right? So, Amani, you are wanted to know, brother. Pull up your chair, try to get closer to the laptop or whatever device you're on. You don't want it, Amani. So, what is f of x equal to, Amani? Look it right on your screen. F of x is equal to what?
2x equal 1.
Right. You see, I put g f of x is equal to g of 2x minus 1 because f of x is equal to 2x minus 1, right? And I put a yellow highlight and a track where I want the 2x minus 1 to take the place of. You all see that yellow highlight? I don't know how easier to put that. Right? I don't know. So I'm going to replace that x with 2x minus 1. So watch it. I'm putting 3. What I put next face to face? Followed by? How to put back the people plus 2. That was CSEC have. I can't show the people plus 2 in the dustbin, right? Okay? What I need to get rid of now? Brackets. So I'm multiplying 3 by? And I'm multiplying 3 by. So this will be equal to 3 multiplied by 2x is 6x. 3 multiplied by negative 1 is. And what I have to do with the people plus 2? You have to put back CXC plus 2 here. Right? So simplify what you could simplify. Hollister.
Yeah.
What can I, this negative 3 plus 2, you can work out on a calculator and tell me what it is? Or you know what it is? Negative 3 plus 2, Hollister.
Negative 1.
Negative 1, right? Could I add that 6x to that negative 1, Larock?
No, sir.
Right. If I go and add 6x, if I go and do 6x minus 1, that's what you call madman thing. Right? Can I add or subtract unlike term styler? No, you cannot. So that's the end of my question here. Everybody clear? Online, all you don't want it to know how to follow, you know. You don't want it. If you don't want it, this lesson is making sense. Go to your parents and say, Mommy, this is not making sense. Right? There we go. So we have G, same thing we're doing over and over. We want to find G of x, right? We have 3 steps. I'm going to write the original function. What was G of x, my children? 3x plus 2. What's the first step, boy? We do the first step last week. We do about about 50 questions like this. Replace g of x with, and replace x with about 50 questions like this we do last week. Right? I'm going to write this x a little better. And then I want to make what the subject now? 2. Well, we're moving it 2. That's what I mean. But we want to make what the subject? Y. Right? Right? You was here last week, so you must say loss. Right? Right? When I'm moving here, Daryl said we're moving it 2. When I move it 2 here, what I do with it, Alex? What's the opposite of add? Minus. So what happened here, Alex? You gotta put the x first. The x was there. You can't show it. Just think of it. You can't show away the people x, right? The people x was on the left hand side. Put back the people x, right? So this will be x. Hey, what you see, bro? Try to fall in, right? I tape the rest of the class so you will get to see it on YouTube, right?
I see.
Right. So what will be x what? X plus 2 or x minus 2?
X plus 2.
No, it's plus 2 on the right, brother. So now move it to the left. What becomes?
X minus.
And what remains on the right-hand side? Anybody? 3y.
3y.
What do we
3y.
here next, guys? Move the 3 here. What do we need
Side
over
and
there?
therefore you'll divide that by x
Divide.
subtract 2.
Proper thing, Aiden. Right? So this will be x minus 2 over 3 is equal to y. We good there? Last step. What we doing here, Emery? What's the last step here? Change the y to? Emery, you're looking bored, which is kind of a good thing, eh? Kind of mean that you understand this real good? Right. That's the kind of attitude I want to know. If you understand it, just be like, so change the f to, change the y to f negative 1 of x, because you know I already are good. I know that, so I don't mind the attitude. Hit my attitude, right? But don't watch man say, so you know what to do, you know? And you're looking like how Emery looking. Emery looking like she ready to go into something new, right? So everybody good here? That is the inverse of my function. No, is g, or the term is g, and I put f of x. Changing up the people question. So this is g negative 1 of x. Everybody good here? That's my inverse. Right? Now this last part of the question here is a little different. Okay? Anybody needed to write here? Raise your hand if you need to write this. Raise your hand. Anybody here need to write it? Anybody online need to write it? Taylor, I know you might be lost here. Don't write from here. Right? We just have one more question to do here. Just try to keep up. And then we go on to a new topic. All right?
I see.
Yeah. Hence or otherwise determine the value of x when g negative 1 of x is equal to 4. What did we just find g negative 1 of x to be, boy? We just find it. What we find it to be? X minus 2 over, and what they say this is equal to. And they want us to find the value of? What's the first thing we had to move here? Because we want to find x, so we want to leave this x alone on the left-hand side by itself. What's the first thing we had to do to unlock the numerator?
Move the tree.
Proper thing. Who said that? Who said move the tree?
Jenny.
All right, nice. Nice, Jenny. I didn't make out the voice, huh? Right, so when we carry the tree to the right, what we do with it? If we divide 3 on the left, what we do with it on the right?
Multiply.
4, open brackets, 3 or 4 multiplied by 3, however you want to write it. X minus 2 is equal to what, Raheem? 12. What we doing here next, Raheem? We want to make x the subject, Raheem. Just tell me, Raheem, what we have to do here now? What we moving last? Why are you moving it 12? You want to find x, so you want x is equal to something. So this next line must read x is equal to something. So what we have to move on the left-hand side there? What's the last thing we move it? Huh? Negative 2. When you move it here, what are you doing with it? Is this opposite to no? What's the opposite of minus? Right, so we 12 plus 2. Look how easy this is now. This is primary school here, no? Right, so x would be equal to 14. Simple addition, simple multiplication. Simply you have to know if you add on one side, you minus on the next. If you minus on one side, you add on the next. Simple stuff, you know, guys. Know you have to substitute, know what you have to do. Right? So look on check. So there you go. Everybody ready? Right. The functions f, g, and h are defined as follows. F of x is equal to 4x minus 1. That's what f of x is, right? G of x is equal to x squared minus 5. And h of x is equal to 3x. Everybody good there? They want us to find g of x minus 2. Right? So, watch it. Let me start by writing what g of x is. G of x is equal to x squared minus 5, right? They want us to find g of x minus 2. Now, I'm scrolling up. I'm good at it. Tell students they could go. Some people like they go in the toilet and thing, but I've seen some cameras off. I don't want to do that, and then there are people by their thing. Watch. Piggyback off of this one. What you say? Look, we want to find g of 2x minus 1. What I did? And I replace x with this whole thing. Do the same thing here. Piggyback off that question. Right? You're replacing, I want to put yellow again, right? You see this x minus 2? You're replacing this x here with x minus 2. Right? So instead of putting x squared, you put in x minus 2 squared. So watch it. So this will be equal to, instead of putting x1, what did I just say we put in? Squared minus 5. Yeah, I put back the minus 5. And then this, what my partner Danny was talking about binomial expansion earlier. Yeah, I do binomial expansion here. Because if I have x minus 2 squared, right? X minus 2 by x minus 2 is x minus 2 squared, right? And then still I put back the minus 5. Cool? So, are you catching anything?
I tried.
So binomial expansion, right? Watch it. I'm gonna do 2 arrows with blue. So you're multiplying x by x and then x by negative 2. And then I'll do 2 arrows with red. Then I'm multiplying negative 2 by x and then negative 2 by negative 2. All right? So let's slowly take our time and do that, right? We're not rushing this. Daryl, x by x is what? X by x is not x. Remember I had g squared above and it was g multiplied by g. So x multiplied by x will be x to what power? To the second power. Right, Hill? X by negative 2, Hill. Rishana, negative 2 by x now. Negative 2 multiplied by x. 2 minus negative 2x, right? Rahim, negative 2 multiplied by negative 2. A negative by negative is a? And then 2 2s are? And what do we the negative? What do we the people minus 5? Are thrown into the dustbin? You gotta put back the people minus 5, right? So what are the only terms I can add or subtract here, Alex? Which are the like terms? Which are the same? Meaning like if it's x's or just numbers by itself. Which ones can work out together? Well, negative 2x minus 2x, that could work out together, right? What's the next two I could work out, Tyler? 4 and negative 5. So let's work, right? So this will be equal to x squared negative 2x minus 2x would be negative 4x. If you're not sure how to do that, that is form 1, right? That's directed numbers, okay? If your two signs are the same, you add. So you'll get 4 and then you keep the sign, which is negative, right? Negative 4x. And then 4 minus 5 is what? Negative 1. Daryl, right. And I want to see my notes looking just like this, eh? take your time and write. Okay, this is 17A part 1. 17A part 1. So, while I see some people watching me, that's all. Before they write, I'll leave it up, don't worry. For this one here, right? For this inverse here, guys, what do you think is the first thing we gotta find? Find f of negative 1x first. And then after you find that, you can plug in your 11. Find the inverse first. Right? That's my little hit. Go. And that last one, we just do one like that. Eh? So come on. Come on, guys. Let's work. Let's work. So you get a chance to see that again. Right. If I want to put the inverse here, if I want to find the f negative 1 of 11, I must find my, go ahead now. I must find my inverse first, right? I replace f of x with x. I replace x with y. I'm going to proceed to make y the subject. I move negative 1 to the left-hand side. I did the opposite of minus, which is to plus. Then I move 4 to the left-hand side. I did the opposite of multiply, which is to divide. Okay, everybody good here? What's the last thing I do here? Replace y with? Huh? Mr. Daryl, you answer anything correct. And when I come down in the back there, I ain't seen nothing, no big set of notes written in your book. Eh? I want you to write everything I write on the board. Eh? If you need me to hold up, tell me hold up. Online, that goes to you all also. Eh? Right, but the question then asks us to find the inverse, Rishana. What the question asks us for? What the question asks us to find? What the question up here, Rishana? What do you want to find? We say f negative 1 of 11. So what we need to do here, Rishana, talk to me. Oh, this is what I want to find, right? I want to find f negative 1 of 11. So what are we doing here? Finding for x. But look, they give us x. X is always in the bracket. Go ahead.
Yes, so basically just place the x with 11.
So instead of putting x plus 1 divided by 4, you put 11 plus 1 divided by 4. Rishana. We are solely up in Rishana. Right? Thanks, Amelia and Jenny. I heard you all know. X plus 1. 12. 12 divided by 4. One time. 3. So f negative 1 of 11 is equal to 3. Right? Daryl, you have all these notes? Go ahead. I'll pause on the side. Right. Now, the reason why I have to do that is because the file has been too big, boy. When I say it's too long, it has been too big. Right. So, let's go. So, you want to find the composite function h of 1. Rashana, talk to me. Which function I put into where? You put in the first function into the second. Thank you. The second function into the first, right? My second function, I'm going to highlight it, right? It is simply h of 1. So can we proceed to find h of 1, please? And then whatever we get, you're actually putting it in h. Right? That's the heights behind this. So find h of 1 first. Okay? Right, Ferguson?
Yes, sir.
Right. Find h of 1 first. Amani, what's h of x? You write it down? What h of x is equal to, Amani?
Each of x. I look at my notes.
Power of x. Now you have, Amani?
No, sir.
That's what the question gave us, right? 3 to the power of x, not 3x, eh? 3x, I say that 3x and 3 to the power of x are two totally different things. Are we clear? Right?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to find h of 1 here, mark some online people. I ain't call it for a while. Sarah, if I want to find h of 1, What do I replace this x here with? It will be 3 to the power of what, Sarah?
1.
And 3 to the power of 1 is? Sarah? 3 to the 1 power. Anybody? 3. Right? Excellent.
3.
H1 is 3. 3 to the 1 power is 3. 3 to the 0 power as well. Stick that on the head somewhere. Right?
Say 1.
Right. I didn't hear you there, Amelia. What is
So
that?
what's the question? I say 1,
1. All right. Good. Right. So there we go. So I come in right here. Okay. I want to find H of 1. But what did I just find H of 1 to be, my children? 3. So I need to find H. I'm replacing. I'm going to highlight it. I'm replacing this H of 1 with 3. But you don't just write 3. You put the 3 in brackets, right? Okay. Okay, so I want to find H of 3. Look how easy this question get. Roshana, come back by you. Roshana, H of x is 3 to the x power, right? So this will be 3 to the what power? 1. I want to find H to the H of 3 is what I want to find, right? Anytime I ask you for H of something, F of something, G of something, the number that's in the bracket or the expression that's in the bracket is what replaces x. So I'm trying to figure out where you saw 1 if I ask you for H of 3. 3 to the power of 3. 3 to the power of 3 is what? 27. So this here is actually H of 1, right? H of 1. There, right on my work. Or you have it already. We have one more question here. This topic takes us a whole hour and something, but we needed to do it. Because the topic we're going into next, which is quadratic functions, piggybacking off this. So this is something you need to understand. I said, no, there's some serious work at the end of this class, right? How we talk about. Right, let's go. F of 4. What we replacing x with an f of x? Come on, man. Come on. Right? So let's work. 2 minus 20, because 5 4s are 20. 2 minus 20 is what? Come on, man. If by this 18th question, you ain't get this, you gotta go and sit down tonight and do over this whole worksheet for me, right? Whole worksheet, right? There we go. You have your answers in this one. I'll send a clean one. H of 0, Johnny. What is H of x?
0.
Go ahead now. Tell him. So it's 5 to the power of?
0.
Right, 0. 1 is the answer.
Yes.
Is the answer. Right. H of 0 is equal to 1. Raise hand if you have these two so far. Samaya, you get it, sister?
Yeah, I get it. Hold on.
Nice, Danny. Samaya, get us no pressure.
A little bit of pressure, but I'll try it again.
All right, no problem. There we go. Again? Nice. Now we talk about. You had to want it to know, Alex. You had to want it. And I'm sorry to say, but the people online have it harder. Face to face, I can still pull up and say, Tyler, what are you doing there? Online people, it's harder to do that, boy. I seen some people watching long for prolonged periods and me know what they're watching. I ain't think they're writing so long. Right, let me go. This is a composite function, right? I'm singing this since last class. This is a composite function. So we need to put which function into which? Second into the first. Jesus Christ, if this come for anatomy exam fall in December and I see anybody get this wrong, I feel like putting up my class, you know, Tyler. It don't make sense. all you know for this face-to-face class, which is full right now, let's on a preview, let's just some information. All you know much people calling me to come to this class? And I tell them I can't make, and the parents say the children not learning online. They need to come here. Right? So all you know, all these seats filled. Right? So parents opt not to do online because they're saying, but I want face-to-face. I say, well, look at it, wait till next year when my Form 5 is gone. So let's understand that's your privilege to be here. Take it serious. Let we function. Right? Well, how much I just bring this to all here, boy? Let me go. Second into the first. What's the second function here, Tyler? Well, h of -2, look at right there. H of -2 is not h of x is h of -2. So what we need to find first here, Raheem? Find what? H of -2, brother, not 2. H of -2 first. Right? Jonathan, I find you right. That means you didn't do this. What going on, bro? Daryl, you do all this? Could we find h of -2? Hey, you had to go on a calculator for this way. H of -2, right, would be equal to 5 to the power of what? It's 5 to the x power, right? -2. So here it is. You're going on a calculator. You're pressing 5. You're pressing whatever you have. If you have x to the y power or y to the x power, you press that. Then you have to press the plus or minus knob. Then you press 2. Daryl, try it.
So I guess 0.08 for that.
0. What?
0.8.
Look, I have 0.04.
I got 0.04.
Check it over, Danny. Make sure you press the plus or minus knob. You're supposed to see a -2 come up. You see -2 come up? Where you guys are?
Yeah, that was my mistake. I didn't do the
0.04? Yeah, so that we're rolling it.
Yeah.
We're rolling it. This is equal to 0.04. Right? Bring your calculator, bro. Can you bring it? Because I know you had it last weekend. Use the hack, boy. You use this, watch. You use this. Right, that calculator went. So you will see this on your calculator. You'll see that minus sign in brackets. So you have to press 5, the hack, the minus sign, and then the 2. I'm supposed to see 0.04 come up. Proper thing. Right? Although we working, it's just, some of us taking a little longer, but we will get there. Right? Hard work is everything. Hard work forever pays. There you go. Same thing we do over and over. Let's try that one.
It didn't. Wait.
Somebody had it right.
So that question done there?
Wee! That's why I just do these things, to see who really listening. I want to done this worksheet, boy. I find you on this worksheet too long. Right, let me go. So we found h of x, right? But excellent to those who recognized it and notified me, right? So h of -2 would actually be f of what is h of -2? What did we calculate that to be? 0.04. Boom to the bang. Right? So we're looking good. So we put in 0.04 into f. Let me see what f is. Well, let's see f at the top there. Ryan, you seen f? Why are you placing that x with Ryan? Come, Ryan, you're supposed to be functioning on a different level now. Why are you placing this x with? Not the 2 at all, brother. Well, we find h of -1, 2. Talk to me. 0.04. There we go. Right? So I am replacing, but talk to me there, Zaria.
It will be
2 minus 5 by 0.04. Plug that in on the calculator. Give me the answer.
So that 1.8. Yeah, 1.8.
Right. Everybody good here? So this is actually FH of -2. This is what it is. Right? One more question to do. Two more. Come on, Larry. To go to quadratic functions and completing this square. Are you ready? Everybody should have that. Let's write what our function is first. What is f of x, my children? It was 2 minus 5x, right? Need to put my equal sign here. Step 1, when I need to find my inverse, is to replace f of x with and replace x with pops. Then what I need to do next, my children, make y the subject. What we moving first here? Oh, let's see how that minus 5, how that 5 negative. Or like a carry the minus 5y, you know. Make it positive, you know. It will look nicer. But let me do all you know, right? Okay, this is plus 2. Agreed? When I carry plus 2 here, what do we do?
Negative, so subtract.
Is equal to negative 5.
Negative 5y.
Y. I'm missing some people. Megan. I don't see Megan anymore. Well, it's just Megan. I don't know if she stepped away from the laptop. Megan, are you there? And all the people who don't have... I don't see your camera up. Right, let me go. Right, thank you. Right, so this negative 5, what is understood between this negative 5 and this y here, my children? Opposite of multiply is to?
Divide.
Negative 5, and that negative not change to positive. Because it's not
X negative 2 divided by 5 equals
X
to y.
Minus 2 divided by negative 5 is equal to y. And then what am I replacing y with here? Excellent. F negative 1 of x. We good to go? Are we good to go? We found our inverse, right? Marks in the back. Hey, boy, good thing I tell you that way. Right. F of x is what we want to find. This is what kind of function this is? Composite. 2 functions in one, right? It's the same function, but it's still a composite function, right? So it's like I want to put f of x into f of x. So I'm going to write out what f of x is here. Is 2 minus 5x, correct? So I'm going to put 2 minus 5x into 2 minus 5x. Understand the heights here, right? You want to put 2 minus 5x into 2 minus 5x. So watch this. I put in the 2, I put in the minus, I put in the 5, and in place of x, I'm putting what f of x is, which is 2 minus 5x. Well, you see what going there? I put f of x into f of x, Alex. I put f of x into f of x. I'm going to put above here what f of x was. F of x was 2 minus 5x. So it comes like replacing x in 2 minus 5x with 2 minus 5x. You catch it? You sure? Well, I'll watch over the video, eh? Right, let go. But we need to get rid of here now. Brackets. Sit up, Johnny. Sit up, Johnny. It says one or Johnny. Who coming and save you, Johnny? You and who not? Somebody coming in the math room and do know them exams here. But you ain't coming to save your brother. So 2 negative 5 by 2 will give me what? Negative 5 by negative 5x will be what?
Negative 25x.
Positive 25x. Because a negative multiplied by a negative is a?
Positive.
Right. What are you working out here? 2 minus 10 will give me minus 8 plus 25. You get a Sally? Fix it. Right? Let me pause it here because that